So I decided to come up and fish on the derwent reservoir for some pike. Had a debate this morning about whether to fish the river for sea trout, but the levels are just far too low. So looking at this water, it looks absolutely perfect for a little bit of surface fishing for pike today. So we're gonna have a go and see if we can have one or two out. I'll switch over on the GoPro, see if we can get a couple of nice fish. We're just down at the water's edge now. We're gonna have the first couple of casts. Some bait fish moving in the margin, so hopefully we can tempt them on one of these little super ploppers. It's got a little propeller on the back, makes a disturbance on the surface. And try and get ourselves a pike off the top. Let's have a look at what's going on here. That's it. Right, that's our cast. Just start off working the margins. I've got a feeling the fish might still be out in deeper water. It's still cold. It was only 8 degrees this morning, it's only 14 now, so the fish might not move into the shallow water until the water temperature goes up a little bit. I'd imagine the water temperature is only 7, 8 degrees. Might have to switch to a subsurface lure. We'll have a few casts here, we'll get on. I get eaten to death by midges today by the looks of things. Oh, there's a swell after it there straight away. Come on. Well, that's a good sign. There's a little swirl at the surface over there. I don't know if it was could have maybe spooked a trout. I think it was a pike. Normally hit into fish here pretty quick if they're here. I've only packed a couple of lures today, just travelling light. I've got a couple of surface lures and a couple of swim and jerk baits. Couldn't be bothered to carry all my gear about this today, to be honest. No. It was definitely a swirl before, so there's a fish there. And if it's there, I'm pretty confident I'm tempted. It's just some weeds poking out the water there, and it was just on the edge of the weeds that the fish swirled at it, so Just keep working the surface over the top of them weeds. That's the only problem. I'm going to catch weed where the fish are. It's just gone really flat. There was quite a ripple on the water when I got here. But sometimes these surface loads fish better when it's flat, so just depends if them pike are looking up yet. It's starting to warm up now, so fingers crossed they'll come into the shallow water. There's some bait fish starting to move around the bank a bit further up, so I might just have a move a little bit further around. A few more casts. I'm surprised that fish hasn't come on another go at this. Normally you want to spot when you can aggravate it enough to take it, but it looked like it could have just been a little jack, to be honest. Didn't look very big. Well, it's hard to tell just from the swirl. See the bait fish starting to just top there in front of us is a good sign. There goes a little bait fish going crazy in front of us down here. This could mean there's a pike working. The margins. Bait fish going crazy up this bank as well. I'll have a cast up the margins. We've been a cracking day for dry fly fishing. There's loads of carrots coming off. Loads of midge as well. I'll have a few more casts and I'll have a move. I think I'll come back and fish this a little bit later once the water warms up. Try and cover where that fish swirl that is again. There was somebody else fishing the water when I got here, so the chances are they've maybe spooked them a little bit. Couple more casts, I'll have a little move. No. Thought I might be able to provoke that fish. It could possibly be a trout. The water's dropped so much in the last week, it's unbelievable. Let's see if we can cover that fish once more. No, we'll have a little move. I'm just going to go and try off this point where there's a nice reed bed before I move around. I'll just turn the GoPro off, we'll get round there. Right, it's nice and weedy here. Nice little bait, so we'll have a couple of casts here before total move spot. See if we can tempt anything. Like I say, the fish did have a swell at that surface lure. I'm not sure if it was a trout, it didn't look very big, it could have been a jack pike. So the water's still really cold, it was only 8 degrees this morning, so I'm thinking they're possibly still out in the deeper water. Not looking up yet, but no. If the fish are here, I normally hit them pretty quick. Canadian geese going over there. There's so much fly life coming off the water today. I'm kicking myself a little bit that I didn't come trout fishing, to be honest. Covered in midges and sedge. There's trout rising, but they're a good way out. Now I'll have a couple more casts and I'll have a move further on the bay. Fishing only come to life in the afternoon when the water warms up, to be honest. It's still quite early and quite cold. It is starting to warm up though, it's forecast to be nice today, so geese are going absolutely bonkers. Just have a cast up the margins over top of this weed, see if I can get it through without getting snagged. I think that's official here, I'll be hitting them by now. That's going to be a case of keeping on the move today. So I only brought a handful of lures today, I couldn't be bothered carrying my big bag. So I've got a couple of poppers, a couple of propeller poppers, a frog, and a couple of swim and jerk baits. I'm pretty sure that will come onto the surface lures once this water warms up a touch. It's much more fun catching them off the top. I'd rather persevere than change at the moment. Shows the baitfish are starting to go crazy in the shallows. It's a good sign that there's something predatory trying to hunt them. One more cast and we'll have a move. Now we'll have a move. I've got a couple of casts up the side of where this fence runs underwater because pike love any kind of structure in the water. That's where the bait fish tend to hang out, so just gonna have a couple of casts on my way around. Apart from that one swirl I've seen at the loo before, I haven't actually even seen another fish spook anything out the margins or anything, so I've got a feeling that they could still be in the deeper water. It could just be a case of persevering until later on when the water warms up. There's trout going crazy taking these caddis off the top of their sedge, off the top of the water. They're not far out either. It would be a great day's fly fishing. Just keep casting the fan in the water. Just trying to cover as much water as possible. So it is still early, and the water temperature gets up this afternoon. I think it'll come to life. You normally see one or two just basking in the shallows, getting warmed up in the shallow water, but I haven't spooked anything on my way around. So Charlie, the ranger, was here having a few casts before he started work when I come on, so it could be that he's just pushed them out a little bit. Just fishing the north shore at the moment, but it could be worth going and trying the dam wall. Something just moved out there. Not sure if it was a trout. Let's try and make some commotion. I'll have one more cast and we'll move again. I think if they were here, you'd be hitting them pretty quick. No. I'll have one more. No, we'll go and try in the beer, see if we can pick any up there. See if we can get it. See, I've just spooked a pike that was lying in the shallow water here. So fingers crossed. There'll be more. Hard to believe, but I was just last week I would have been catching fish back here. At least I've steam on. And it's definitely a pike, a good sized one as well. So let's just get this lure out and see if we can have one. Try down the margins first. It was a good sized fish there to start with as well. So hopefully he's lurking about in this area feeding. I see they're usually basking on the sides, getting a bit of sun warming up, so it's lovely and flat calm, maybe worth trying a frog. I'm only using my light rod, it's really hard to set the hook on a frog lure on these light rods. Let's just try up the bank. At least I know there's definitely fish here. Just gotta hope that they're looking up. Normally do really well with surface lures here. Like I say, it is still early, it's starting to warm up now though. I can feel the sun on the back of my neck. Well, I've seen that one fish right in the margin, so I've a few more casts and I might switch over to the frog and try the frog. Fanning the water, trying to cover as much as possible. It's really bright as well. Might put them off. Well, last time I was here it was really bright and I had a great day on surface lures, so like I say, it's normally mid-afternoon when I start doing really well. Oh, we'll just persevere. You've got to be in it to win it. I think I might just caught a bit of weed on that there. Yeah, I thought so. Again, that's a little lure I'm using. A little propeller on the back causes disturbance. I'm using my reel with braid on today and I always seem to do better with mono for some reason. I'll cut more casts and we'll try the frog, you never know. I still haven't, I've hooked into loads on this frog lure, but I've never managed to land one yet. Really difficult to set the hooks. There's a couple on the domestic up there. I don't know if you can hear them shouting boneless though. Must be lost, I think. I don't really want to move after seeing that fish because I know there's fish here, so I think it could be worth trying some different lures. Oh, this one normally does really well. Sometimes you have to just chop and change the retrieve, and sometimes they want it really make a massive disturbance, and other times they want it really slow, so obviously all that popping and splashing imitates the shoulder bait fish jumping out the water, how they do when a pike's working them, so sometimes you just have to make a commotion with it. Other times they want to just stay moving. I'll have a couple more casts and we'll try a frog. I really want to stick to surface lures today, if I can. I think the action's going to start later, so I might have to save my GoPro battery for later. One more, then we'll try the frog. Going to turn the GoPro for a change me auto lure, to a frog lure. Well, the hooks tend to sit over the back so they don't catch on the weed, but what I've done is turn the hooks to face the underside to see if I can set them a little bit better, because they're really difficult on soft rods to set the hooks. See if I can tempt something up on this. What I'll do is I'll just give it 5 minutes and I'll just knock the GoPro off unless we hit a fish. Just till later this afternoon, because I just think the fish are still going to be out in the deeper water for now. We've only had that one little swirl and spooked one from the side, so usually if they're here and looking up, you get hit straight away. foul wave coming after that frog there. Come on. Ah, looks like it's turned off. Oh, that's promising. I've just had a little follow there. Don't know if you can see how far on the GoPro. There was a big old bow wave come off the frog. No sooner I hit the water. I was just fishing right up the margins there. Just skipping that frog across the top. Just turn and pause, turn and pause. Again, sometimes they want it ripped, sometimes they want it bounced across the top, so. Oh, just spooked one there. There's one just shot out away from us. I think they could just be basking in the sides, warming up at the moment. Like I say, it'll go crazy this afternoon, no doubt. There he goes, one just chasing the bait fish on the side there. Maybe spoke too soon. That's the only problem with turning the hooks upside down, you're going to catch weed, but I think it's only ever going to get the hook set. I did just have a follow down this bank side, so I'm just going to keep working the margins. Oh, the fish just literally, I must have landed on top of one. Its tail just turned, come out of the water. Must have literally landed on that one's head. I'm surprised it didn't have a go at it, they normally do. It's probably the same one that followed us. So we're definitely here. It's just not feeding time at the zoo yet. We'll save the battery for later, because I think it'll come to life later. There's definitely fish here. I'll get last. Feels like a decent fish as well. Get this mat off this net. Keep that line tight. First time I've ever managed to get one on this frog. It absolutely nailed it as well. Absolutely nailed it. Just release that drag a little bit because it's a good fish, I think. Yeah, it's going really hard. Yeah. It absolutely, oh, it's a good fish, this mind. This is a really good fish. It smashed that frog. Absolutely nailed it. It looks like it could be a good double fit of fish as well. Oh, it is, it's a cracking fish. I just turned the GoPro off as well, thinking, it's not going to happen. Oh, it's a clunger. Oh, it's going to be my biggest one yet, I think. He absolutely nailed that frog, man. Nailed it. Right, let's just make sure we very. Oh, it's an absolute monster. Come on. Come on. Yes. Yes. It's a really good fish. Oh, it's definitely my biggest by a mile. Right. Yeah, it's the biggest one yet. Right. See there, it's an absolute clunker. Double, no doubts about it. So we'll just turn the GoPro off, get him unhooked, and we'll get a picture on the phone. Yeah, cool, just get him rested up. He is a clunker of fish, look at how girthy he is. Or she is. There she goes. There she goes. Wow, what a fish. Smash that frog the way like there's no tomorrow. In my haste, I absolutely forgot that I had my scales in my bag, and that was a double-figured fish. You know, absolutely gutted. I forgot I had my scales and I haven't weighed it. But there was no doubt about it, it was double figures. Cracking fish. I just turned the GoPro off as well, thinking, it's going to be later this afternoon when I start looking up. No sooner I turned the GoPro off, bang. It's the first one I managed to hook on these frog lures. They're really difficult to hook into on them. But that one absolutely smashed it. Great fish. I'll guess at about 12 to 14 pound. Really heavy. Wasn't so much long, but it was a really heavy fish. I just slowed the retrieve down there. And it nailed it. Hopefully they're starting to look up now and I can have a few more out. Just slowly skipping that frog across the top. I was just thinking about how to move, to be honest. I knew there was fish here, but they just didn't seem to be playing ball, so I was thinking about moving to the damn wall and fishing lures, swimming jerk baits, but I'm glad I didn't. I just gutted, I forgot I had my scales in the bag. I'll see if I can get another one. Cracking first fish, double figures. Typical, I just turned the bloody GoPro off. Missed the take, but I managed to get the fight on video, so. Hopefully that's just the first of many today. I'll tell you what, if I only get that one fish, I'll be happy because it was absolutely massive. They go really hard on these light spinning rods as well. I'm surprised I managed to hit the hook. It was so far, set the hooks because it was so far out. Just a case of persevering and covering fish. I think that just proves the right that they are a little bit further out in the slightly deeper water still. Hopefully we can get what I come to take on. Well, we've got the GoPro rolling. Great start of the day, that fish. Over the moon. Been trying to get one on the frog lure for ages since I started pike fishing. Never been able to. I've had loads of takes, but never been able to set the hooks on them. Just seem to be getting bigger pike every single time I fish here. Fish are getting bigger and bigger. Another couple of years it's going to be a great pike water. Just to persevere for a bit because I think there's more fish here. When they start feeding, we'll start working this bait. Just seen a big one swirl on the other side there where I was just previously fishing. I think the water's warmed up a lot now, the sun's really beaming. Hopefully they'll start coming out to play now. It was a good way out that fish, so just putting long cut. There's the one just moved in the side here. And the one behind us. Looks like they're on the feed now. Sun's getting really warm, this jumper's going to have to come off. Frog's just causing a nice commotion on the surface. Pretty confident we're going to get some more. There's a trout that's come up there. I got a frog there, I think. Or it rose coincidentally right next to it. few more casts and we'll save the GoPro for later, which is what I said before, then hook into a bloody fish. Disappointed I forgot I had my scales to weigh. Really, really nice fish. Just finding a good way out now because that fish was right in the middle of this bay, so just holding in the slightly deeper water. You just see the bait fish going crazy and that frog's coming over the top, so hopefully the pike will be lurking about. So I'll have one more cast and we'll save a bit of battery in case we're going to another fish, because I've only got one battery with us. sun's beaming down now, so I would imagine the fish will be working the shallows. Could be where it's going back down to where I was, where I started off. But we'll persevere for a little bit. Just hoping I can get one to take while the GoPro is rolling, because the takes are absolutely ferocious. It's like watching a shark come up. That last one nailed this frog, absolutely nailed it. Oh, there's the bait fish going crazy up there. That's a pike work on the fish, definitely. They're going absolutely nuts in the margins. Let's just try and fire it over the top of them. See how far on the GoPro for the frog coming back. There's obviously fish coming in, taking them bait fish because they're going crazy. A lot of big trout. You see the bait fish there, when the frog comes over the top, they're going nuts. So there's obviously something disturbing them up below the surface. It's not unusual to catch them just a couple of feet off the bank. Oh, there's a little swirl there. And another. Could just be the bait fish actually. Oh, there's the bait fish are there, the pike are there. I'll just have one more cast and we'll turn the GoPro off a little bit and see if we can get it moved a little bit. disappointed I turned the GoPro off, and more disappointed that I forgot I had my friggin' scales in my bag. Just bought them. As the fish I'm catching are starting to get bigger, I want to start weighing them, and I totally forgot that I had them. So a shame, because that was a really good fish. I'm going to put 12 to 14 pound on it. Sometimes the pictures don't do them justice. It was a really heavy, girthy fish. I'm a little bit reluctant to turn the GoPro off after what happened with the last one. Now I'll save a bit of battery and I'll have a little move a little bit further down the bay, and then I'll walk back out where I started. Just going to have 2 minutes at this end of the bay, in this shallow end, just in case the fish are moved into the shallow water. Absolutely scorching now. Next stop, I'm going to stop and get this, take this jumper off, because it's absolutely red hot. Just have a go down the margins. That fish struck quite a bit of line, it was all over this bay, so it might have just spooked everything. Might be worthwhile having a walk back round. Fish in the slightly deep water. I'll just have a few casts first and make sure nothing else lying up here. I'll come back here later in the day. So, if that's the only fish I get today, I'll be happy, because it was an absolute stonker. See if we can get this right on that far bank. Just caught a little bit of weed there, must be really shallow. couple more casts and we'll have a move again, I think. I just slowed that retrieve right down for that fish. Normally I skip this frog across the top quite fast. Oh, there should be a fish going mile again. Let's just have a little cast out here. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that there's fish work on this bankside because the bait fish are going crazy. Maybe it's just not looking up at the minute. Although that big one was I got. Just have a try right at the bankside. Fish going crazy behind us now. A little bit reluctant to turn the GoPro. Really want to get one on GoPro. It's just caught a weaver. That's going to put an end to anything that was there. So that's the only problem with turning the hooks around on these frogs. But there's definitely fish working this bankside. The fish are going, bait fish are going mental. They're obviously fixated on the little roach and perch. I've got a little perch imitation in my box that I brought with us. just a weed sticking out of the water over there. I'm going to try and cover that. Yeah, perfect. It's just some grass or weed sticking out of there. Just looks very pikey. I've actually just come around the side of it. I wanted to come over the top of it. Just looks like the type of place where a pike would be lying. And the gulls are taking little bait fish there as well, so trout just right in front of us there. So let's have one more cast to try and cover that weed and just bring it back nice and slow. Couldn't really see it when the ripples on the water. That's better. That's better. I've actually caught that in the weed. Just make sure that hook's clean. Yeah, I must have pulled through it. Ah, it's a lot of weed. It's really shallow, the water's right down. Alright, we'll get this cleaned off and we'll have a move. This pike just had a go at me frog, so I'm just going to cover it again. Every time I turn that GoPro off. So a few more casts to cover it. Every single time I turn that GoPro off, I have one last cast before I move. It seems to be another fish comes along. I think it could be doing really well on subsurface lures, but I'd rather persevere and catch them on surface lures. I knew there was another fish feeding here. The bear fish are going crazy. I'm just going to keep covering it. Hope I'm not aggravated enough. There's another big fish on the other side moving as well. They're starting to feed now. I had a feeling this would be the case. As soon as the water warmed up, hopefully they'll start looking up. I was just about to move as well, but Not sure if that fish actually went for me frog or whether it smashed something just coincidentally just under the surface next to it, because I normally hit them pretty hard. Come on, let's get one for the camera. There's a lot closer in that fish. I'm going to try slowing the retrieve down again. I think I'm getting too excited. No. Let's try firing it right out. Just about where that fish had a big swirl on. It was, I think it was just at the right of me lure, to be honest. I think I might have just coincidentally took something just right next to the lure, but if it's there, I might be able to provoke it. Yeah. Right, dare we turn the camera off? We've had to save some battery though because we're going to run out. We've got all day to go yet. I've just seen an absolutely huge fish splash on the sides there, so few casts. There it is there. There it is. Just coming to chase the bait fish from the side. Big fish as well, so hopefully. I'm enticing and taking this frog off the top. Seen it splash a few times up and down this bank now, so fingers crossed. I can cover it and agitate it if I go to take. It's obviously working up into this fish going on the other side as well. Splashing on the feed now. Might just change back over onto a popper. I'll just work all this water with the frog first. been able to tice it into a take because it was going absolutely crazy feeding. Nah, I'll save the bucket again. Just come up to the very top of this bay. It's proper shallow, but there's loads of bay fish going crazy. Oh, just have a go. There's a lot of weeds sticking out the water as well. It's ideal for pike. Hoping there's something lying amongst these weeds. I can get through them without the hook getting caught. Oh, there's one swirl, that is. Come on. Ah. Oh, see that from my hand. There's a big fish just had a go at it. I thought there'd be fish lying here. You can see the size of this fish. Absolutely clunker. Nailed that frog. We'll get a picture. So we're finished with just the one today. The GoPro died. I dropped another couple after the fish that I had. But I'm not going to grumble with that fish because it was absolutely massive. I would like to put a figure on. I can't believe I forgot the scales were in my bag, so I didn't weigh it. It's definitely a double figure fish. The picture doesn't even do it justice. It was really heavy, really fat, girthy fish. I'm going to put 12 to 14 on it. But like I say, it's impossible to say without the scales. But we'll go for 14 because it's always best to go a little bit bigger on it. But it's absolutely stunning over there. Reservoir at the moment. Absolutely stunning evening. There's been trout rising all over. Could have had a great day dry fly fishing, to be honest, but we're not going to grumble with that pike. It was an absolute corker. So we'll see what tomorrow brings and see where we can go tomorrow.